Are you?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling nervous, overwhelmed, everything.
You feel it all right now.
I feel it all, butterfly in my stomach and vagina.
Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to Coffee Talk. And today's topic is, do we at any point say no to our clients? And the answer to that is, yes, we do occasionally say no. So that's today's topic. And you gotta come to us for your step one consultation. So excited. Yes, of course there's going to be a certain amount of nervousness or anticipation maybe, but the end emotion should be that you are so excited to actually finally get to the day that you have arrived to have your step one tattoo process done. So if you're that person who arrives for step one who is beyond nervous and still fretful, I would suggest at that point that you do not go ahead. You are not emotionally prepared for having the treatment done for starters, let alone the healing process, and having to come back for your step two. So we would, in that instance, suggest that you come for a consultation instead. Book in 2 consultations if you have to, but you have to arrive to your step one, pan out over the next 30 days. Be prepared for swelling, be prepared for minor irritations, be prepared to come back for a step two. So if you are ridiculously nervous before you even have the treatment done, I would suggest that you do not go ahead. You need more time. You need to rebook in for another consultation. You're not going to be happy with the process. You're certainly not going to be happy with the healing process. And you're not able emotionally for the permanency of having a tattoo done on your face. You're not. We love to meet your consultation anyway. So we love to meet you. We love to review your skin. We love to review the products that you're using. We check to see what your end goal is all about. And very occasionally what you are looking for, we can't deliver. So it's very important that, you know, our integrity from us, that we actually say, actually what you're looking for is not something that I can give you. So I would usually say, listen, you need to continue with your research and find somebody who is going to give you what you're looking for. I may not necessarily be the person that is going to be able to deliver what you're looking for. So, and that's okay. My method of treatment is not for everybody. I do microblading on its own, and I also do a blade and shade treatment. And you know, microblading, everybody comes in and they want microblading, not really realizing that actually it's blade and shade is what's best suited to their skin. So I'll advise you accordingly. And you know, here's the reason why. I mean, some people are just not candidates for what they want. And some clients are very anxious and nervous and scared of the process. And it's because it's permanent. And they're just not prepared for the healing process. They're not prepared for the scabbing if it happens, even though we do a no scab heal here. They're not prepared for the swelling, the irritation, the inflammation that can happen. And this client is not emotionally ready. Therefore, we would advise you to either, you know, cancel your step one, come for a consultation instead, or maybe have a rethink in your head, because emotionally you're not ready for the permanency of a tattoo, to either go down the road of maybe HD brows or even henna brows. You know, HD brows last about 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks, and henna brows claim to last for, you know, up to 6 weeks or even longer. And that will give you an idea as to what you're going to look like. So if our clients come to us and they're sitting in the waiting room and they're all nervous, I usually say to them, I think it's best that you don't go ahead today, because you've got to arrive so excited to actually have the work done. So, because it's a journey, it's not a one and done type process. It's a whole journey, and it can take anything up to 3 months to finally get, you know, the end result, because step one, you know, lays down the initial pigment. Step two refines it, and sometimes some people need to even come back for step 3. So if you're that person that's really sort of, no, you shouldn't do it. Say for example, you're that person who's totally overplucked their brows, and you know, you've left with 5 hairs on either side, and there's nothing there. Like, even putting on pencil could be dramatic change for you. Putting on tint, even though tint doesn't last, will be a dramatic change for you. It'll be drama. So anything more than a pencil, if it's dramatic for you, and you're kind of sitting quaking in the reception before you come to have the work done, really guys, you're not going to be happy with neither the treatment or the process or the healing process or anything like that. You're just not emotionally ready. It's too big a change for you, and I get that. And sometimes, you know, women go ahead and all they need is a negative comment from their husband or their partner or even their child when they get home, and that, you know, it's already too big a change. It's a massive change, and then a comment like that just adds to their anxiety. Look, this isn't to be mean or to you know, or to make life difficult for you. You know, it's actually, I'm saving you the anxiety of spending a lot of money, being unhappy, being unhappy with the process, being unhappy with the healing process, being anxious for a whole month before you have to come back and have it all done again. I'm saving your sanity. And you know, in booking in a consultation, you understand that, you know, you may or may not be a candidate, which is great. And you know, you've had your conversation with me, you've had your list of questions answered. Then we send you a follow-up email after a consultation, and then you decide then whether you actually want to book in or not. So it's got to be something that fits in with your life. Look, permanent makeup, gee, because, you know, it really adds so much value to your life, but it's not for everybody. And like, we don't coerce or convince you to come and have the treatment done. It's got to be something that you've done all your research for, find out who's the best practitioner for you, and then book in. But you've done all your research in advance. Asking loads of questions the day the treatment is done and you're quaking on the bed is not the day to actually have the treatment done. That is the day that you actually say, do you know what, I need more time. I'm going to rebook in for another consultation, and I still have loads more questions. And yeah, don't go ahead. You shouldn't. You know, my treatment of microblading and blade and shave, they're not for everybody. And that's okay. There's loads of other artists out there who will be able to deliver what you're looking for. But here at Browtique, these are the options that we have. And most people come to me because they've seen my healed work. It's mostly by recommendation. I don't advertise. I never did. So continue with your research. Your skin is an organ. It's a very unpredictable organ at that. So you've got to be prepared to have, you know, U-turns or curveballs or whatever. You and I will be able to work between us to try and achieve the result. I wouldn't take you on as a client if I thought that what you were looking for is not something that I can give you. And there will be somebody out there who will give you what you're looking for, but I may not necessarily be the person for you, and that's okay. So there is a load of the common questions that we get asked from people in the information pack, in our IGTV here, in our highlights of the common questions that people ask us when they actually come. So you can actually, you know, don't even need to come for a consultation in order to get those answered, those questions answered. We've covered most of the questions that we get, and practically cover them all actually, most of the questions that we get here on a daily basis. So my job is to advise you on the treatment process, the aftercare, the screening, how we deliver the treatment. And with this information, then you decide to book in. So we're here to make your life better. We're here to add value to your life. If you feel that having your eyebrows tattooed is going to add value to your life, I'm here to do it. But you also got to be a willing partner in the process as well. All right. I hope that helps. Do we occasionally say no? Yes, we occasionally say no. And it's not to be mean. It's to prevent and to save you weeks of anxiety in the whole process. So when you are ready, I'm here. Our bookings are months in advance at the moment. So you've got plenty of time to actually change your mind. And you've got plenty of time to actually do further research and see if we are the artist for you. And very occasionally, we're not the artist for you, and that's okay. All right, I hope that helps. Bye now.